across town trying to get to you. I've been keeping my phone on no sound, facing you out, that's true. Now I get butterflies just thinking about your eyes, and that can't be all bad. Things came up, things went down, maybe turn back around. My spider sense screaming that I'm mad. A big storm blew up, a hurricane right in my coffee cup, carried me far, far away, and that's why I couldn't make it today to our coffee shop days. I must admit to some X-rated thoughts of what I'd like to do to you. So I guess I can see how bad it rhymes, playing you for a fool. So I pick up the phone, dial your number on the tone to set things straight. Things come up, things go down, make me turn back around. My spider sense screaming that I'm mad. A big storm blew up, a hurricane right in my coffee cup, carried me far, far away, and that's why I couldn't make it today. Coffee cup carried me far, far away, and that's why I couldn't make it today. 'Cause a big storm blew up, a hurricane right in my coffee cup, carried me far, far away, and that's why I couldn't make it today. To our coffee shop, babe. Our coffee shop, babe. Our coffee shop, babe. Our coffee shop, babe.
Coffee shop date. And, today is going to be some wicked weather in the Midwest, and I believe it's the Northeast. Good morning, I'm Teddy, and you are listening to MessyMocha. So go ahead, grab your cup, and let's sip this morning mocha up. It's probably going to look a little bit like this. Let me throw my coffee cup back up. Shout out to the mob, all my other bears, like all the Grizzlies. Please hit the like on your way in. Fair use commentary, always this broadcast. And you might hear in the sound of my voice. So I mentioned yesterday I was outside quite a bit. So I hope I'm not coming down with something. But it's kind of started last night, and I thought, uh-oh. I did have on a hat, maybe not enough outerwear. Also, here in Detroit, the Lions. Wait a minute. For the first time, Lions win. Yeah, I'm just kind of pulling down the news. Okay. Let me see. What is the latest news? Yes, WXYZ TV here in Detroit is reporting. On today, the Detroit Lions are back-to-back NFC North champions, and the team is celebrating with playoff-bound gear. Okay, so we are number one in the playoffs stand. The official Detroit Lions shop, if you want to get it, has hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and even coins, commemorative coins available for purchase. And I think that the next two games that the Lions are playing will be right here in downtown Detroit. So, what is that? I'm looking at. Okay. All right, so let's get to some of the breaking news and start off with the weather. More than 55 million Americans, that's a lot, are under winter storm alerts across the U.S. as a powerful weather system sweeps through the Midwest and Mid-Atlantic region. Tens of thousands of people in Kansas and Missouri are without power, and several stores are running out of essential goods. The severe weather is hammering parts of Kentucky, Illinois, and Indiana, where snow-covered roads caused numerous accidents over the weekend. Millions from Nebraska to Texas and east to Louisiana are also under cold weather alerts, where low temperatures below freezing are forecast for some areas. By Tuesday, temperature drops of as much as 30 degrees below normal are possible for the eastern two-thirds of the U.S. Let's see if I can put up the picture. Hang on. And good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, let's see if I have that picture. Kind of what's going on with the snow. I had a really great picture of with the snow, but now, it is January 6th, okay? And today is a certification of the election. And before I jump right into that, let me come out and say hello to some of you, my moderators, Vicky Black, Baby Juju. I see a few of you coming into the Bear Cave this morning. Right now, we are live on Instagram, X, Facebook, and you might hear this sound in the background. My apologies in advance. The drills, I've told folks I'm having some work done on my house, and whenever I can get these guys in, so I'll try to work around this. Jennifer Love Spewitt, good morning, says, good morning, loves. It's a mess here. I didn't lose power and I don't have to leave the house, so I'm grateful for that. Just looking at this dark day in history with Trump regaining power. Yeah, okay. So let me just touch on that for a moment. It is the second story here, the presidential transition. So members of Congress will meet on Capitol Hill today amid winter storm alerts to officially certify the election of President elect Donald Trump. Everything else in Washington I've been reading is closed, like schools and businesses, but Capitol Hill is open, and enough in Congress were forewarned about the snowstorm that was coming to Washington and told not to leave town. So hopefully there will be enough um, folks up on Capitol Hill that can make, certification happen. The ceremonial process will clear the way for Trump's inauguration as the 47th president in 2 weeks on January 20th. Vice President Kamala Harris will preside over the counting of electoral votes for each state and will have to formally certify her own loss and Trump's victory. Today's certification marks the 4-year anniversary of January 6, 2021 riot in which Trump supporters swarmed and vandalized the U.S. Capitol. Trump has floated the possibility of pardons for some people found guilty in the riot. So this picture you see here is from CNN, and it's headlined "The Message Trump Sends by Inciting a Riot and Regaining Power." I probably can't read much of that, but special coverage is set to begin at 12 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to watch it, it should be covered on, I think, most major news outlets. I know you can watch it on CNN. And speaking of CNN, let's see if I can get any live updates on the election certification. And should Trump pardon the January 6th, those who were found guilty? There's a mother and son that disagree. I'm looking at a story. But what we're covering, Trump's election certification, the House and Senate will convene on Capitol Hill today, and Vice President Kamala Harris will preside over the counting of the Electoral College votes to officially certify Donald Trump's victory in the 2024 presidential election amid winter storm alerts. January 6th riot anniversary. Today, certification comes on the 4th anniversary of the deadly attack on the U.S. Capitol by Trump supporters. The president-elect has said he will pursue pardons for January 6 defendants on his first day back in office. Congress is getting increased federal security for the first election certification since the Capitol attack, as it was designated as a national special security event. The new 119th Congress was sworn in Friday, ushering a new era of Republican control of both chambers. In a dramatic vote, Mike Johnson was reelected as House Speaker in the first round of voting after flipping two GOP opponents at the last minute. Congress is preparing to enact Trump's agenda and hold confirmation hearings for his cabinet pick. 10 minutes ago, GOP congressional leaders set the stage to move on Trump's agenda. Donald Trump and his GOP allies in Congress have recently shared some of the first details of their ambitious agenda, sweeping tax cuts, border security, and raising the debt limit, which they hope to muscle through in the first 100 days of the president-elect's term. And that's all with one of the smallest House majorities in history. Speaking after House Republicans huddled for a weekend policy and leadership retreat, Speaker Mike Johnson said Trump has pushed for a single bill. He called it a big, beautiful bill. At least that's what I heard. And it's being quoted by Johnson, who told Fox News' Maria Bartiromo on Sunday Morning Futures, quoting, "At the end of the day, President Trump is going to prefer, as he likes to say, one big, beautiful bill." And there's a lot of merit to that because there are so many elements to it, and it will give us a little more time to negotiate that and get it right. It will be a huge undertaking, especially with the slim GOP margin and the ambitious timeline of having the bill on Trump's desk by the end of April. Harris commemorates January 6th anniversary and her role in certifying the election. Vice President Kamala Harris, who, like Donald Trump in 2020, lost this year's election, is set to preside over today's election certification in her role as President of the Senate. In a video posted on X today, Harris said, "The peaceful transfer of power is one of the most fundamental principles of American democracy. As much as other principle, it is what distinguishes our system of government from monarchy or tyranny." Today, at the United States Capitol, she said, "I will perform my constitutional duty as Vice President of the United States to certify the results of the 2024 election." The Vice President added, "As we have seen, our democracy can be fragile, and it is up to then each one of us to stand up for our most cherished principles and to make sure that in America, our government always remains of the people, by the people, and for the people." Let me see if I can play what she said.
The peaceful transfer of power is one of the most fundamental principles of American democracy. As much as any other principle, it is what distinguishes our system of government from monarchy or tyranny. Today at the United States Capitol, I will perform my constitutional duty as Vice President of the United States to certify the results of the 2024 election. This duty is a sacred obligation, one I will uphold, guided by love of country, loyalty to our Constitution, and my unwavering faith in the American people. As we have seen, our democracy can be fragile, and it is up to then each one of us to stand up for our most cherished principles and to make sure that in America, our government always remains of the people, by the people, and for the people. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
I wanted you to hear that. Oh, you mean I still have Jennifer up? I'm on a different screen. I had to remember. Sorry, Jennifer. You had your comment just sitting up there. But is it like that yet where you are? Snowing and white. Some places are going to be seeing, as much as like 10 inches of snow, I think, in some parts. Maybe even more. Yeah. Old School, I see you out there, says government employees don't have to go into the office due to the weather. Yes, or yes. Yay. Yeah, many schools are closed as well. Good morning, Miss Vaughn. I haven't seen you in a moment. Okay. Let me continue with some of these headlines here. So, the security, this is just my opinion, um, should be so much tighter um, today, leading up to this, coverage here at noon of what's going to go on Capitol Hill. I wonder if protests, and it's probably, are going to be taking place nearby somewhere. What do you know about that, Jennifer, who seems to always have, like the latest on anything kind of political? Yeah, I could probably look it up, but I would imagine that there will be some protest. Okay, go back to this live updates to see if there's anything more that should be mentioned. All right, so just so you know, just the logistics, how it will play out. The House of Representatives and Senate will meet per federal law at 1 p.m. Eastern for the counting of the electoral votes. This follows a process from December 17 when electors met in their respective states and cast votes for president and vice president. There were no faithless electors or electors who cast ballots against the will of the voters. So Trump and Vice President elect J.D. Vance each received 312 votes. Vice President Kamala Harris and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz each received 226 votes. Going in alphabetical order, Harris, in her role as president of the Senate, will open each state's certification or certificate of electoral votes, hand them to one of the four tellers, a pair of them coming from both the House and the Senate. The teller will then read, record, and tally the certificates of electoral votes from each state and the District of Columbia. This is the point in the process when members can challenge a state's electoral votes, but for the objection to be heard, it must be submitted in writing and signed by at least 1/5 of the House and 1/5 of the Senate. That's a higher bar than in past years when only one member of the House and one senator could pause the proceedings. The grounds for lodging an objection are also stricter now because of the 2022 Electoral Count Reform Act. When the final tallies are in, Harris will announce the certified count. According to the law, the declaration will be considered final or, in legal terms, shall be deemed a sufficient declaration of the persons elected president and vice president. So everyone remembers what happened on January 6, 2021, and how there was a call, for the then Vice President Mike Pence, not to certify the election. But this year, it should go off without a hitch. At least that's what's been said. Harris commemorates January 6th anniversary and her role in certifying the election. All right, so I've talked about that. She's going to preside what the House report attempt to refute GOP efforts to prosecute Cheney for investigating January 6th attack. So there's something going on there. Wow. Let's see. There's old and new information. I'm not going to dive too deep into it. All right, what else? On to the New Orleans attack. Authorities have revealed chilling details about the timeline of events leading up to the New York um, or New Year terror attack in New Orleans, which may have been years in the making. The 42-year-old attacker visited the city twice in the months before the holiday and used meta glasses to film Bourbon Street and plan out his attack. FBI New Orleans special agent in charge said on Sunday. The mass killing has raised questions as to how the city secured the French Quarter and how a heavy duty truck was able to drive onto one of the most pedestrian heavy roads in the U.S., killing 14 and injuring at least 35 others. In the coming hours, President Joe Biden is expected to attend a vigil in New Orleans and deliver remarks honoring the victims. And then I'll say, finally, I didn't watch the Golden Globes, but the 82nd Golden Globes Award, which honors some of the best, were presented on Sunday. The best of film and TV. The Brutalist won Best Drama Film. Hadn't even watched it. And Emilia Perez took home the award for Best Musical or Comedy, setting up both films for a busy award season. Emilia Perez had a particularly strong night with 4 wins. Shogun had a dominant showing in the TV categories, winning 4 awards, and the comedy Hacks nabbed Best Series and a Globe for lead Gene Smart. Musical mega hit Wicked also won a recently added category recognizing box office hits as award show aims to honor films that get viewers into theaters despite the rising of streams. All right. I think that'll probably round out this morning's news. It is 9:46. I was hoping to finish up at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to follow up with just a little morning music and I will be right back.
in like the sun, and now my brain is gone. This is starting to sound like a dream, 'cause I'm flying, and my crying days are over. Now the sunlight is here and it's taking me higher, and I'll never be the same again.
Yeah, can we please have Gabe start by himself?
Just because you're my day one doesn't mean you're the right one. I have to keep my options open.
For you to come to your senses, been on it since we was kids. You taught me how to French kiss. Now you so cold with your business, but you still don't know what love is. Love is more than feelings, it's choices. Why we so indecisive? All these years later, still the same. Running, open cycle, but before it closes, I want you to want me, ask me to be more in your life. But if you did it, would I run? 'Cause you've been here since day one. You had me from day one. You could have been chosen. I won't be sloppy seconds. My day one.
Just because you're my day one doesn't mean you're the right one. I have to keep my options open.
For you to finally get serious about me, we never gonna be official. Playing games so childish, late night creeping on some bull. Let's just say goodbye to benefits and be friends. Wanted you to want me, ask me to be more in your life. But if you did, would I run? 'Cause you've been here since day one. Yeah, you had me from day one. You could have been chosen. I won't be sloppy seconds. My day one never took me out. What is that all about? I should make you proud. I'll take my love out loud from day one. Yeah, you had me from day one. Oh, you could have been chosen. I won't be sloppy, sloppy seconds. My day was.
All right, somebody. That was day one. King Sis. Who was that? I think it was Latoya who came in and asked me who was the artist on a song I was playing, but I think she got the name of it. I often play King Sis. Yeah. And before we leave, I'm just going to throw out 3 quick trivia questions. These should be pretty easy, I think. Yeah. Or maybe, I don't know if they're tricky or not. But the first one is, what is the smallest planet in our solar system? Do you know the smallest planet? The second question is, what is the highest grossing Broadway show of all time, especially, since it's award season? And let me see if there is one more. What is the capital of India? I should have my little do 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 do. Okay, what's the smallest planet in our solar system? What is the highest grossing Broadway show of all time? And then finally, what is the capital of India? You can put your comment in the chat, and I'll see if you got these correct. Okay. Baby Juju said Pluto. Who was the first to get Mars? Let's see. Got Mercury. Pluto. It is old school. So the smallest is Mercury. It's No, who got Mercury? So I'm going between screens. My apologies. Who got Mercury first? Let's see. His baby Juju. Okay. Uh don't have my bell to ring this morning, but you got that right. Mars is pretty large. hmm Don't hear very much about Mercury. Okay, and who got the question about the capital of India? Who got that one first? It is uh Ms. Vaughn came up with the answer. The correct answer is New Delhi. And then finally, what Broadway show? Highest grossing of all time. I'll give you a hint. I think aren't they doing like a remake of it right now? Or maybe they brought out I haven't seen it, but I want to see it. If it's still out. Sorry guys, I'm struggling with hope I'm not coming down with anything. Who got it? Oh, you study astronomy. Is that how you got it, baby Juju? All right. Yes, it is Lion King. hmm And I think isn't there or was it over the holidays? How did I miss it? Isn't there something? I know that's a tour, but I'm talking about. I thought there was like a remake of the movie or something. It's like the 30th anniversary. Has it been that long? You can buy Lion King 30th anniversary 2024 tickets. 30 years. Wow. All right. So that takes us right up to 10 o'clock exactly. What is this? No wonder Beyonce does the voiceovers in the movie. Yeah. And maybe even others. Yeah. The who remembers who played Mustafa in The Lion King? You know him. That unique voice. No sound? Had you not heard the sound? Okay. Now you hear the sound, and I'm not sure when you didn't hear the sound. Uh, did you hear the sound when I gave the answers for the trivia? And then I talked about the Lion King. Oh, well, I don't think I'm going to go back. You do hear this sound. Okay. That will do it for me on this Monday, January 6th, 2025. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the Grizzlies. Please hit the like. On your way out, I'm going to grab a cup of tea with lemon and honey, and I hope to join you later this evening. Keep your bear phones on. Email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. But that's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Have a great Monday.